Welcome to Pot of Thunder, the recognized symbol of excellence in rock and roll podcasting, brought to you by Blue Microphones. They look great. They sound even better. And guess who it is?
Here's my buddy Andy.
Oh, that's right. It's your buddy Andy, America's little brother. As always, over there on the couch, I am joined by the one and the only. Oh, bam, bam! Double tap of Big Nick energy. It's Gnarly Nick, the Garlic Dragon, in the house, and
feeling big.
Feeling big. And he's got a plate wrapped in foil.
That's right.
That's got me excited.
Good.
But before we get to that, let's get to the main event. We're not wasting any time. 1 minute in. There he is. I hope the roof's on tight, ladies and gentlemen. Him.
I think we need a gunslinger. Somebody tough to tame this town. I think we need a gunslinger. There'll be justice all around.
Yes! The breakout start of the podcast meeting. Put your hands together for Chris L. Here he is.
Have I commented on that snare drum on that
I don't
cut?
think so, no.
Too nice and tight, just the way I like it.
Yeah. Nice crack.
Yeah.
Fogarty doesn't mess around when it comes to that.
He's not playing.
Find a bad snare sound on a Fogarty record. I dare you.
Should I make the requisite joke that I take my women like I take my snare sounds?
Sure, why not?
Well, I already said how I take my snare sounds, so do the math on that.
Yep.
Put this into Pro Tools or whatever and cut it up and put it in order if you want.
There you go. There you go. And then we've got a new quote from Chris L. There he is. We're all here. Man, what a day. Let me tell you, I'm just going to get this out of the way up front. I'm a little bit buzzed, so I'm going to need you guys to steer the ship today.
Wow.
What the hell happened?
I don't even see a can of anything.
Now I'm not drinking anymore.
You're coming down.
What were you drinking? Why were you drinking earlier this evening?
Just beers for fun.
This is how the downward spiral starts.
Beers
for fun.
Trust
Beers
me.
for fun.
Ask me how I know.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. So anyway, I'm just going to sit here. All right, guys.
Boy, it's going to be like the ladies' room episode all over again, huh?
Which one was... Oh, that was the bachelor party one? Yeah. That was something. I've never gone back and listened to that, but it was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was a quick one.
We're like, all right, we got to go.
Before we got all chatty with the extra segments and whatnot. Plus, we had business to attend to in the city.
Yep. So, Nick, speaking of the city...
Oh, okay.
In business being attended to.
You were hinting that business was attended to somewhere in some city that was not your own home. What are you telling us? You didn't tell us the story, but you gave me a tap and said, remind me to tell this story.
Did I?
Well, sort of.
Okay, well. Went for a little family road trip last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah? Those are fun.
Yeah, on the way back, we stopped at a gas station.
Well, hold on now.
That's nice for Daddy.
It was
I like where this is going so far.
nice for Daddy.
Andy is razor sharp and on point tonight with his timing.
Hold on.
Yeah. So did you take the breast or the Mitsubishi?
Well, we need as much room as we possibly can.
So the breast.
Yeah. So
okay.
So we
the Nissan breast,
the Nissan.
in case for those for the uninitiated, if you will.
Mm-hmm. So, we're on our way back, and it's time for a bathroom break.
Mm-hmm.
So, gassing up the van and deciding, hey, while it's gassing up, I'm gonna take two of the boys, and we're gonna go, do the bathroom break thing here in the gas station.
Now, was this at a rest stop or a speedway?
It was at a Meijer.
Okay,
so the store's over there across the parking lot, and then the gas station.
That's quite a walk. I mean,
we just went to the gas station, but
You didn't walk into the store, right?
No,
just the gas station.
No, just the gas
Okay.
station. So we.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had bathroom facilities right there at a Meyer gas station, being in such close proximity to the main store.
Yeah, I guess several options.
Okay. So what happened?
So we're walking in, and I've got the 2 younger ones with me, so we're walking down the aisle, straight toward the bathroom. They're pointing at, chips and stuff. I'm herding them along, ushering them along. Okay, come on, let's go. Well, yeah, on the way out, we'll get the chips. Yeah. So we're nearly there. We're about maybe 10 feet from the bathroom. And I see out of my peripheral vision, in the next aisle over, the next snack aisle, a guy moving really quick.
Uh-oh.
Jesus.
Turns out he's an employee. Rifles right past us into the bathroom.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, this is going to be, that was kind of a jerk move, but this will only be probably a minute or so. And then I'll get to go in there, Nobody's in a dire situation or anything at this point. We're just trying to take care of it before we get back on the road.
You got
preemptive bathroom visit. Smart.
Something you got to think about.
Smart thing to do.
So between, about 12 and 15 minutes later.
Oh, my God. Hold on.
Holy shit.
Nick said,
I don't fucking deserve this shit.
So that's how I was starting to feel. Because in the interim, I've got
12 minutes.
I've got both boys saying, you know what, I really got to go now. And I opened up the ladies' room door, and I'm like, you guys are little kids, just go in there and go. I'll stand out
you
here.
can get away with that.
And they're like,
to
nope.
a certain age.
At their age already, nope, not doing that. Nope.
The two youngest ones are already.
Well, it's the 2 older ones, but
I thought you said the 2 youngest.
Oh
ones.
no, the youngest one, he doesn't need to use he doesn't use the facilities.
Yeah.
But the other 2. So, but already at their young ages, nope, not doing that.
Okay, that's also smart.
Next, Nick said,
It was becoming a panic situation. So
This could only happen to Nick.
finally hear a toilet flush and the sink going.
Well, at least you heard that.
And
in that order.
I was so perturbed I didn't even try to stop the kids from they weren't hurling insults at the guy as he came out, but one of them did say, "Finally." This guy
great.
comes out. So I'm like, all right, we got to go. And so we're wearing our masks too.
Which
is what
I'm getting the impression probably came in handy.
You would think so. But this guy took a caveman dump inside of the bathroom
Lord.
and autographed the bowl.
Total waste of skin and life.
It was honestly one of the worst, like, that kind of smell.
I've experienced it where
I mean-
you actually taste it.
I don't go for that. Well, I had no choice but to go for it.
Yeah, I mean,
and so we're in there about 2 minutes and we're out, and
how the boys reacted.
yes,
I
oh yeah,
imagine?
this smells terrible, and all kinds of commentary. I don't know if the guy heard it from after that he walks down the aisle back to the cashier station, whatever you call it. So yeah, and it made me think, if I don't know scientifically how this works, what the scent consists of, that it comes off of the whatever product we'll call it, and then floats
out of the orifice.
yeah,
I'm sure.
and floats around in the air. But if that whatever causes that scent is any larger or equal size to a coronavirus, then masks are absolutely useless. Because we had masks on, and this soaked all the way through the mask. It went. I mean, didn't even put up a fight. So,
well, the mask is to keep you from
spitting on people,
from transmitting something to someone else. It's not necessarily to prevent incoming foulness.
Well,
I just
wondered.
So now the real test would be to put one of these masks over your ass, and before or during or after you pollute a bathroom, would be to see if you could restrict some of that foul odor.
So that was, that was my unfortunate situation that happened. Thankfully, it turned out all right for the most part. But
well, you got in and out, and that's what you do. I mean,
But
when you're presented with that crisis, you just. If you have to go really badly, you simply get it done and suffer through it. Otherwise, you just walk back out and hit the next one down the road.
Yeah.
But,
Just grab a bagged pickle and throw it at the guy behind the register.
I think anything would have been justified at that point.
He'd be like, I know, man, I know. He couldn't even be mad.
Then he rang us up when we bought the chips.
well, at least you like you said, you heard the sink run. I mean, conceivably, he washed his hands after that destruction.
The caveman-like behavior that happened.
Was he a large man?
Not particularly.
No. Okay. Typically, you associate that kind of foulness with someone who's completely let themselves go physically.
I don't know what this guy had going on, but it was...
Well, it can happen.
It was incredible.
Nick doesn't know what he had going on, but it was.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in that situation before, and it's just like you can't like not verbalize a reaction in that situation.
Well, it was. We were clear.
Oh Jesus, or some form of oh God just comes out of your mouth.
We were clearly on our way to the restroom.
Yeah,
and this guy bolted right behind you.
He went in just the aisle next to us, and bolted right around.
Well, think
us.
about that. He sees 3 people heading that way. He doesn't know how long you're going to be in there, and he clearly
would have been 2 minutes.
Was in a crisis situation, so I can't fault the guy for doing that.
Yeah, I guess not. It just seems like if you're the employee. But I don't know, maybe there's nothing you could do if your body's telling you it's coming out.
But what's he going to do? Shit his pants? And then,
if it's that dire, I guess that's the case.
Foul up the entire store? I mean, I think this guy did the right thing in this situation.
Well, the other thing...
I got no issue with what he did.
I take issue.
I got issue with what he did when he was in there. But
the toilet looked up and it said...
What, asshole? What?
Oh, boy. Yeah,
I would. My guess would be the toilet was rendered speechless when
the toilet got told a story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the toilet wasn't saying anything at that point.
Then the asshole responded with,
People, we are just getting started!
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, 10 minutes later, I'd say so.
That's the other thing. You said it was like 12 minutes or whatever?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I was going to say, most times in my life when I've had an emergency situation,
it
doesn't last
quick
12 minutes.
Evacuation.
Yeah, it's out and you're
it's
done.
Not a leisurely morning dump on your personal commode. I mean, what the fuck was that guy doing in there?
And it shouldn't be a constipation deal if he ran like that to get there.
No.
So what's the problem?
No, a constipation deal doesn't yield the quantity that would result in what Nick experienced from an aroma standpoint.
It was a disaster. It was an American tragedy. What happened in that bathroom.
And I mean, I'm like any other guy. I enjoy shitting, but I'm not a long shitter. I don't spend a lot of time shitting. I enjoy it, but I get in and out and get on with my day.
You leave them wanting more.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do when you're sitting there with your pants down? I mean, so does it take 10 minutes to actually evacuate the fecal matter from your body? You're not just sitting there hovering over it for all that time,
I don't think you run a 440 to the bathroom when that's the case.
No, but I'm talking under normal circumstances. I'm just, there are guys who go in there and they, spend time in there because they know it's the only place in the house where nobody's going to bother you. Nobody's going to walk in on anybody when they know they're in there taking a shit.
Yeah.
And if they do and see you taking a shit, they're out.
They should be
in a nanosecond.
Yeah. Right.
So are you just sitting there half naked on the porcelain throne, or are you hovering over the shit in the bowl? I mean, are you flushing it immediately and then just sitting there?
I don't know that it was. Oh boy,
No, I'm not talking about the Meyer situation. I'm talking about normal
Guys who take a long time taking a crap.
Yeah, dumps at home when, ideal circumstances.
I think it's
even in that situation, I'm in and out in 2 minutes.
It's kind of like a mandatory rest. Yeah, if I sit here, I'm taking a break. I don't know.
And I can understand that, but are you simply sitting, hovering over an empty bowl? Are you hovering over the bowl you just filled up?
Well, I mean,
what's the flushing sequence there?
It should be immediate, I would think. Right?
Any gentleman would flush it immediately.
Yeah,
right.
Who knows? It just depends.
So then you're sitting there half naked with your butthole pointing down at an empty bowl, and you're just doing that to avoid being bothered.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
guess I can understand that.
It's the man cave philosophy, perhaps.
I don't think any of us have the answer, so.
Speaking of.
Oh, here we go.
The beginning
Here it
of
comes.
such a process.
I hear foil.
Brought something for you
All right,
guys.
what do
Something
you
special
got?
today.
We need some theme music both for Nick's misadventures and the new thing that's becoming a regular segment here, the dessert reveal.
Yeah, we do. You're right.
So I got
What the fuck? Holy
pie.
shit.
That's 2 pieces there.
Here's what we're gonna
2
go with.
pieces there?
Yeah, split in half there. Some Caribbean Cove music.
Okay, this looks like a pumpkin pie with some topping on
It's
it.
not a pumpkin though. It's this is an apple cider maple cream
Holy
pie
shit balls.
with cinnamon whipped cream on top.
That's like the apple sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart, but like a million times better.
Well, we'll see. I've only tried just a tiny little taste of it.
And what was it? Whipped cream on top?
It's whipped cream
Cinnamon.
with cinnamon mixed into it.
Damn.
So.
Don't try to kill me!
So there you go.
That's exciting.
Whoever
I
wants
love it. Love it.
You're killing me, man!
Well, we gotta get in the mood, right?
Yeah, getting ahead of the fall season, the pumpkin spice, the cinnamon.
That
the
is the-
things of the season.
That is the best season for food, my opinion.
I think it's the best season, period.
Yeah,
Although,
I would go with that.
this year, nothing's the best. Everything's a
shit.
fucking disaster.
Yeah.
Everything is encapsulated by the smell of that Myers bathroom when Nick and his boys walked into it.
So, guys, it's my turn.
Yeah, everybody's excited
This
about
music
that.
is weird.
It's the,
Am I
the
the
stuff
only one?
of nightmares.
It really.
Fade that down.
Speaking of, yeah.
So it's my turn to pick from the list. Obviously, everyone listening knows what it is because, it's right there in front of you. But we don't know yet. And I've been thinking, and I saw a couple comments that suggested this.
Oh, no.
We're overdue for something that we're not especially fans of. So I'm not going to rig the system. I'm just saying I'm going to keep that in mind when I pull the bozo pewter today.
Kind of hoping for in honor of the Meyer.
might-
You're hoping for a song that would create the smell that Nick and his children
Well,
experienced. in
Andy
that
better
Meyer.
hurry up and do it. I'm going to run past him and go pull the lever myself.
Knock him down on the way.
Take
in there.
about 12 to 15 rounds before I finally pick something.
When the guy got to the door, he turned around and looked at you three and he said,
Stand by!
That's what we
slammed
did.
the door.
We stood by.
And then when they walked in, you had the gasp of air that happens after that outburst.
Okay. So, Nick. Oh, crank up the volume.
What you want me to do?
Yank off the knob. Give it to us.
We got it all.
Stand by! Let's go over to the bozo pewter!
All right, we got number 1347. Is that Professor Nick over there
Professor Nick.
on his phone? Bushwick.
Oh, no good.
Move along to the next trick.
No good.
No good. Too good. Too good.
Too good.
Yep.
Say what now? All right. So are you invoking the Chris Brown rule?
The woman battering rapper rule?
No,
that's-
the drummer for the Dirty Crash.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
So you either have to go with this one,
Well, this
or
Yeah, either go with this one or the next one.
or reject it and mandatorily go with the next one.
There it
Always
is.
some little pressure with this approach. You got a utensil for this stuff?
I didn't bring any.
I'll get one for you in a
I
second.
never remember.
It's all right. Nick, give that a little tug. Just a little one.
A tasteful one.
It ended quicker than I could get to the song. Okay, we're going to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you know why?
Is it shit or is it? How would you classify?
I think I don't want to say it's shit, but I think it works for what we're going for in the sense that it may be puzzling.
Okay, that's interesting.
And also, this gentleman who submitted it has gone on record many times. When are you going to pick one of the songs I submitted by blank band? So I feel like
dear.
How many times a day does this loser pester you about this?
no, not me. He's just written it on our thing. And actually, he's only got 2 songs submitted by this band. So he submitted 2 songs, and that was it. And then he's
boy.
put up a couple comments.
Is it a band that we've had a song from before?
Never.
Oh my!
No.
Oh, that's always a good thing. Keep the variety going. Let's hear it. Let's bring in Tooge and usher it in.
All right. Here we go. Stand by.
All right, Howell. This one's called
Octavarium.
Off of
Octavarium.
by the band.
Dream Theater.
Oh, Jesus. How long could this song be?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Oh, fuck.
So this is from our pal Frank Baker.
Great.
Hi, Frank. Thank you.
Hi,
And
Frank.
he says Dream Theater and then does the backslash lowercase m /
Yeah,
to make
dumb, lame.
you're not happy about this.
There's no horns throwing for this kind of music. This is Genesis with more notes and volume, basically.
All right, we're gonna
I
pull
just
this up.
fear how long this goddamn song is.
Octavarium.
Octavarium.
Like it's a real word. You don't have to.
You're
No
right.
need to correct anybody.
Chris might invoke the Chris L rule where he either leaves or picks a different song.
My main concern is how long this goddamn thing is, and I'm gonna if it's excessively long, we're gonna have to limit how many times we stop it.
Yeah.
We'll have to do like they do on the Deep Purple podcast and just talk over the
going.
music. I mean, this could be 20 damn minutes.
We can't do this. We can't do it. We have to do something else.
Why?
It's 24 minutes.
Fuck that.
We're
no,
not doing it. Sorry,
absolutely
Frank.
not. That's stupid. Yeah. Go to the third pick.
Back to the Chris Brown rule.
Is that what Octavarium means?
It means
Yeah,
It
absolutely
means
not.
it means 3 minutes times an octo.
No, that's ridiculous. Just fuck that. Not
so,
happening.
just for the record, we're not going to do it, but it's 24 minutes. It's track 8 of 8, and it's 5 parts. So it's probably like 5 songs in one.
Yeah,
to equal
not
25.
interested.
It's a supper's ready situation.
Or side one of 2112, and we're not doing it. No way. Absolutely not.
Thanksgiving's ready.
Yeah.
Well, dessert's ready over here. Just letting you know.
Or in this case, a light year is ready at that length. Get out of here.
Sorry, Frank.
Pretentious nonsense.
Hi, Frank.
Outta here.
Bye, Frank. Sorry, buddy.
25 minutes. Fuck you. Ridiculous.
I tried.
Stupid. Scrub the list of that nonsense. Absolutely ridiculous.
I was thinking like 6 minutes. 7 minutes.
24.
It's right down there with Troy submitting every Thin Lizzy song ever recorded. It's like, quit playing games with our list. That's just stupid. No, there's no possibility that we would follow through on doing that. Just ridiculous.
It's not going to happen. It's all right, Nick.
Oh, man.
Fuck. Third and final tug.
In one way, I'm relieved because we're not doing anything by those goofballs. But the first thing when you know what they do, so you hear a song come up, and what's the first thing I said? How long is this goddamn thing?
Yeah.
I mean, anything over 4 minutes would have been a deal breaker. Add 20 to it, straight down the toilet where it belongs.
Yeah, but now what do we got? Oh, gosh. All right, Nick. Time to give us a little tug ski.
I'm tired.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right.
Let's go. Dumb.
All right. Unbelievable. No, but it's just an unbelievable alternative that I never would have imagined.
All right.
I mean, are you going with it? I mean, given the nonsense that transpired, I'd be willing to give you a fourth pull.
No.
I mean, your reaction is intriguing me.
It's fun.
Okay, well,
We're
let's
gonna
do
have
it
fun.
then.
Okay, here we go.
All right, Hamlin. This one's called
Oh, yeah.
Off of
Chickenfoot.
by the band.
Chickenfoot.
Oh yeah.
More murmuring and muttering over there.
What kind of lyrical content can we get from a Chickenfoot song called "Oh Yeah"?
Yeah. Thank God it wasn't "Sexy Little Thing."
Yeah, this is the only Chickenfoot song on the list.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
All right, who submitted it?
Submitted by Stephen Johnson.
Okay.
He says nothing about it.
It's got
Great.
nothing to say.
Yeah, this by the title, it's just it's got to be just some more of the highbrow lyrics that you expect from Samuel.
You don't know
Hagar.
this one?
No, I don't
This
know
is like
this
the
one.
main one. This was the single.
I thought it was "Soap on a Rope." Was the
No,
big
this is
one.
the one. This is "Come On Baby, Give Me What You Want" or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is the jam.
I don't know Chickenfoot really.
Yeah.
I've heard it, but I don't know any of it.
Yeah,
So.
I've heard bits of "Soap on a Rope," which again, I mean, come on.
That's the name of a song.
And then Bigfoot from one of their subsequent albums.
That's a good title. I'll give them
Yeah,
that.
you know, it's
Bigfoot
all
could
right.
work.
Big.
And then, but like "Sexy Little Thing," just you see that song title and you consider who's delivering it. How can you follow through with a purchase of this? I mean, seriously, that was a deal breaker. You know, I'm like, you know what? I like Chad Smith. Satriani's cool. Michael Anthony, fine. Hagar's okay if you can just block out his lyrics. I mean, obviously the tone of his voice and the power of his voice is good. I was at Best Buy up at Highland when they still had CDs there. I picked up the Chickenfoot CD and I considered buying it. I turned it over to look at the song titles. I looked, "Sexy Little Thing" came into my vision, and I literally, I said out loud, I said, I can't do it. And I just put it down. I mean, to listen to a 60-ish old guy singing "Sexy Little Thing," it's just...
I wonder if that also happened to people who were bent on buying it, and then they were next in line. The guy in front of them said yes to the protection plan, and they flipped it over and looked at it. I got to get out of line right now.
I'm going to have to reconsider this purchase.
So yeah, this is the first single. Second single was "Soap on a Rope." Third single, "Sexy Little Thing."
Great.
Soap on a Rope, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this came out in June of 2009.
Wow, that long ago, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was released in April.
Oh yeah.
April
everyone-
Fool's Day, no doubt. I don't know, man. I just... This will be fun because you just know going in the lyrics are going to be dog shit. But I legit do not remember this song in any way. It might ring a bell when I start listening to it, but...
So who's the bass player in this again?
Michael Anthony.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I should have known that.
Yeah.
It's late.
See, I should have called this band HSAS and continued that, because in the 80s, there was a band HSAS, an all-star band.
Mm-hmm.
Hagar, Neil Sean, Aronson, Kenny Aronson, who played with Billy Squier for a while, Billy Idol. He's the bass player in the Moni Moni video. Which, by the way, I did not know this until today. We're recording on the day, I think it was today, or maybe it was late last night when Frankie Banali of Quiet Riot passed away.
I just heard about it today.
Apparently, he was the drummer on the studio version of Moni Moni by Billy Idol.
I had no
I
idea.
did not know that. And then the S was Shreve, Michael Shreve of the Santana band that played at Woodstock and also was a bandmate of Neil Sean's and Santana. So here you got Hagar, Satriani, Anthony, and Smith.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't who decides that Chickenfoot is a better way to go than that? I mean, I don't get it. It's ready made, but whatever. Sammy Hagar's a multi-millionaire, and I'm not. So I guess I shouldn't question him. But
it's a voodoo reference, I'm guessing. Chickenfoot.
I think it's just... Well, I'll tell you what it says. I always thought it was just the peace sign because that's what the album cover is.
Yeah? What is it?
But here's what it says. While the band's name and logo are a disparaging term for the peace symbol, the footprint of the chicken, Michael Anthony asserts, blah, 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 between a jam session with Hagar, Smith, and himself, there are 3 talons on a chicken's foot, and there were 3 of us. It was just supposed to be a bullshit name that we used for a while, and then the rumors started to spread about the band. Everybody used that name, so we thought, fuck it, let's call it Chickenfoot. It all comes down to music.
And then Satriani
anyway.
comes in, and he's the 4th talon that sticks straight out the back.
He's the Dewclaw.
Right, exactly.
So he didn't end it with, so we just decided to keep it and throw some Mad Anthony sauce on it.
Yeah, well.
Could have been a great plug opportunity there.
He should have had you on speed dial at that point to be his Cyrano de Bergerac feeding lines into his earpiece to all of them pertaining to Mad Anthony's hot sauce. But so if this is the first single, huh? Interesting. Yeah. Very interesting.
So there's 11 songs. This is 4 of 11. I'm going to give you all the titles.
Please do, because they're all just gold.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Dear.
Oh, no.
What happened?
Oh dear.
What happened? What is this?
Okay. So, track 1. Avenida Revolucion.
Yeah, that's
great.
I'm putting the CD down already.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it for me.
No hablo español.
Well, it's on Wikipedia. It's their origin is Cancun. So,
well, of course it is. Everything they do now is tied to Mexico in some way. Out of here. It's the fucking Jimmy Buffett of rock, is what he's become. His goddamn restaurants and resort communities.
I told you guys I went to his restaurant in Cabo.
You
San
did.
Lucas,
You made the white person's pilgrimage to the Cabo Wabo Cantina in Cabo San Lucas.
You have to. I mean, I didn't go there to go to his place, but if you're there, you have to go see what's going on.
You're white,
yeah,
and that's the pilgrimage.
I have to know. It would be wrong to come back and not have that news to report to my friends.
Is there a swim up bar?
No,
okay.
It's not.
I was going to say that'd be the ultimate.
It's not that kind of party. It's more of just a bar.
It's not a resort.
No, it's not
just
a resort.
It's freestanding establishment.
I don't know if I'll ever find the video. I have it somewhere, but I had a video because I had a flip camera at the time. It was probably 2010 or something when I went.
Yeah.
And I had a video. I was outside, and I'm like, oh, shit, there's Sammy. He's walking in. Guy, it looked exactly like him, same hair, standing in front. I'm like, oh man, he's here. And then some woman takes a picture of him standing in front of the building, and I'm like, Why is he doing that?
Why would he do that?
He's got shades on too, so the face is obscured a little bit. Yeah. And then anyway, I'm like, I don't know what the hell he's doing. So anyway, I went in a few minutes, saw the guy up close. Not Sammy at all. A guy who has the exact same hair, dresses just like him, wearing the shades like him. Went there.
Now
took a picture out front.
That guy was having a actual.
Yeah, that was like a religious experience.
That was a pilgrimage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I do have a video of it somewhere.
So
I'll try to find it, but I don't know if I ever will. Track 2, Soap on a Rope. Sexy Little Thing. Oh, yeah. That's what we're going to be hearing in a minute here.
Oh, boy.
Running Out. Get It Up.
Oh, great.
Down the Drain.
Yeah. Prophetic.
My Kind of Girl.
Not too, I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be worse, and I have a feeling it will be.
Learning to Fall.
Dumb.
Turnin' Left. Future in the Past.
All right, that's enough of that.
Yeah, that's real intellectual stuff. That last one, the dichotomy of future versus past in the song.
That's Sammy's Lord of the Thighs.
Yeah, exactly. That's some real deep intellectual thinking going on there.
All right, so I could have sworn that you had this, but I guess I was wrong for some reason.
I almost did, but that Sexy Little Thing song title, I put it back in the rack. It's like, I just can't. I can't do it.
Isn't the song the full title is "Oh Yeah" / Sexy Little
/ Soap on a Rope?
Just make that up right now.
Why not?
Oh boy!
It's
How long is this
parts.
one? 24 minutes.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty long. 4:54. None of these songs are short, though.
What's wrong with them?
The shortest one is 3:52. These are all like 5-minute songs. So
shit.
All right, so guys, strap in.
Yeah.
Sexy Little Things. We're gonna do this.
Are you sexy little thing?
All right, well, let's get it started after this commercial.
Oh no!
For this wonderful product. Man, I used that one time. I got a huge rash.
Yeah, it was this Sexy Little Thing condoms for the smaller man.
That would be good. I wouldn't be surprised if they went for that.
Which makes sense when you consider who listens to this program. They're really getting sophisticated with their targeted advertising.
Somehow they can tell pecker size now and demographics.
Oh boy,
it's a new thing.
That's the way to do it.
Why not? All right, let's do this, guys. You got to know it already. No? Like that's if I think Chickenfoot, that's the first thing I think of. Just how this starts.
You know, it's sounding like another song that I don't know the name of or the band. I can't think of it, but you hear it all the time on the radio. I can't even sing the chorus, but it's like I can't even sing it, but it's reminding me of a song that I just can't name at this point. But
wait.
Oh, Nick's onto it. Do you want a little more?
It's not. Wait, no, it.
Turn me out. I'm sounding like Jericho right now.
Is there alcohol in that pie?
No,
I was thinking a different song. Never mind.
You hear those background woos and ahs?
He's
really? I didn't hear them.
Sammy's meandering into the vocal
Yeah.
booth. Yeah,
They're partying.
Yeah, hit mute on that, engineer. Jesus.
I like the sound of just with the bass and the guitar right now. I think it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dare I say it's almost Chili Pepper-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
The Chad Smith influence coming through.
Could be. Yeah. It's got a. I guess it would be more Blood Sugar era.
If I were a healer,
We already did Up for Breakfast. Talking about healing with his hands. Are you sure?
Yep.
You know,
If I were a healer, I'd use my hands.
it's the same. It's Up for Breakfast. This is appalling. But anyway,
Hey, man, he was in Van Halen, the band known for recycling material.
That's true.
Plus, last week's episode was a song that was resurrected 5 years later. Tapping into that previous well. It's not unprecedented.
That is true.
It's unprecedented to tap into a well of crap. I like what's happening here, but...
now, it just occurred to me, I wanted to bring it up, when he was walking into the vocal booth and you're hearing, "Ugh," and all that stuff, and it's kept in. Mm-hmm. Reminds me of certain... now, this, rest assured, I'm not an expert at this kind of thing, but some jazz recordings I've heard where you've got, like, say, Oscar Peterson, for instance, playing his heart out on the piano, for some reason grunting and moaning along with it, and it's being picked up by the microphone.
Just apropos as Andy eats a slice of pie with his hands.
Effective.
There's a fork on the plate, and he's just completely bypassing it.
A lot of caveman kind of stuff
Jesus
going on in
Christ.
this episode. But effectively ruining what would be a delightful recording. Grunting and...
You don't think that adds some uniqueness or originality?
No, I don't.
Well, and back to what I said earlier, blood, sugar, sex magic. There's a lot of like studio banter, audible in some of the intros and quieter parts of that. So I don't know if they were consciously going for that or just the Chad Smith effect made it happen for them, but there's some similarities.
The energy in it seems to be similar to more. Knowing as much as I know of each guy's separate work, I'd say it definitely leans more toward the Chad Smith
Agreed.
energy.
Mm-hmm. This one does for sure.
I put a spell on you. If I were a magic man, if I were Jesus, Buddha or a king.
It's the same thing as Up for Breakfast.
I don't even remember.
It is. He's singing.
Yeah, he's right.
He's
First of all, I commend you for remembering that. I've blocked out the lyrics of Up for Breakfast.
He took
completely.
the first two lines of Up for Breakfast and just kind of put them in a blender.
I don't remember
and poured it back out.
I got to look it up now because I have no memory of
Well,
the lyrics.
don't bother. Don't do that to yourself.
It's not exactly word for word, but he's saying exactly the same thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because Up for Breakfast was such a winning formula the first time around. Why not tap into that well again?
Maybe this is the demo. The demo's usually better.
This is the better
We all
demo.
know that.
Yeah.
If I were a blues man, oh Lord, I could sing about how I wanna be your hoochie coochie man.
Oh, man.
Nick just got
I got a
embarrassed.
sinus headache from that last line. Spontaneous sinus headache.
Nick's hand went to his face
know.
immediately.
I mean, what's coming next? You got my mojo working. I mean, what cliche can you pull out of the hat for the next line?
I'm sure I'm gonna. I would slap a $5 bill down and say the phrase "taking care of business" is coming up sometime in this song. Hot town summer in the city might be happening.
Oh.
I can't believe you guys don't remember this.
We have a new champion for laziest chorus of all time.
I was just about to say, like, this is the output you get at the local school of rock when you've got the 6th grade students and you turn them loose and to try and write a rock song. This is what they come back with.
When that second line after the second, if he says the same thing but need instead of want, I'm gonna leave.
Well, please don't
He sure
leave.
did.
But
yeah,
I mean, who didn't see that
empty
coming?
promise.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Wow. I mean, musically though, it sounds really good.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds cool. These guys are all great.
Oh, yeah. He's Satriani, I would say, of that ilk of guitar player, he's probably my favorite. Just because he's one of those guys that is in complete command of the instrument, but he always seemed to me. First of all, I never really got into his instrumental albums, Surfing with the Alien and all that other
I remember
crap.
that summer song actually was big on MTV for a little while.
But he always seemed to be of this earth. Like he was a mortal guy. He wasn't like Steve Vai, where you watch this guy play and you're like, this guy's from another planet. He was definitely absolutely technically adept, which is an understatement. But he always seemed like, his type of playing was attainable. You could relate to it a little bit more.
You ever see him live?
Never saw him live. No,
I did one time. I went with a friend of mine who had a free extra ticket.
Yeah,
and as you would imagine,
it was G3, right?
No, it was just Satriani, House of Blues. No,
never mind.
But as you would imagine, 99, if not 100% men in the crowd.
Yeah. Guitar nerds. And the funny thing was, I felt like Satriani, like he knew what his audience was. Of course, yeah.
And his like demeanor was like, yeah, you guys can't do this shit. Like he was like, oh yeah, like the whole time I was playing, like shaking his head up and down.
No, I get
like,
that.
Like he knew when he was doing something awesome and people were like amazed by it.
Right.
So he was like
creaming their trousers in the crowd.
He was reacting back to them like,
sure.
yeah, I just did that the whole time, which that made me respect him even more.
Hey, the guy's a pro.
Yeah.
You get any entertainer, if you're not playing to the audience, you're missing the plot.
Yeah. But
have you guys ever owned any instrumental Guitar Hero albums? I know I had a Chris Poland tape.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have Ho Ho Hoey, Gary Hoey's Christmas album.
I do have that.
Apparently, Frankie Banali played on a Gary Hoey solo album.
Really?
At one point, yeah.
I wonder if it's some of the Christmas stuff.
I don't think so.
A drum machine.
Yeah, it does sound like a drum machine.
Yeah, I think it's one of his, before he became the Brian Setzer of the hard rock world.
What was his song that had another guitar?
Oh no! Perhaps?
No, it was something like with a monster Frankenstein kind of a
Gary Hoey.
Yeah, I think he had a minor like MTV hit, like how Satriani had like Summer Song.
No kidding.
Could have been.
I can't think of what it was called, but I remember like it looked like a monster's foot stepping on a distortion pedal in part of the video.
There you go. Okay. I definitely don't remember that.
Answer your question, and as certain albums you almost feel compelled to own as a guitar nerd, and one of them of the time in the 80s was Alan Holdsworth album called Metal Fatigue. I bought it. I listened to like a third of it, and I'm like, I just don't like this. It's not doing anything for me, and not to dismiss the technical ability and the musical ability or any of that. It just doesn't latch on to me. It doesn't resonate with me. What are you doing over there?
Andy's bringing Christmas in August here.
Ho Ho Hoey drum machine.
Yeah, it's definitely a drum machine, but it's great album. Great album. So,
all right, cut that off.
All right, we got to get back to guys. There's a long way to go. We're only a minute in. There's 5 minutes. See, you ever go into a Chinese restaurant and you see those cat things with the head shaking?
Yeah.
That's what Nick and Chris look like right now.
When I was a young man, I slept around. Good for you. Who didn't when they were a young man?
He tried to settle down.
Yeah, good for you. Thanks for filling us in on that. What is this? What does it mean? Why is it? I don't know. This is terrible. Not that I was expecting anything different.
To be your doctor, preacher, teacher, that's the truth. Hey, operating on my knees, my soul is waterproof. And I just wanna be your hoochie coochie man and get you in and out of the pain. Oh, yeah. Now come on, baby, tell me what you want. Oh, yeah.
I would be remiss if I didn't play because of the title of the song. This is for Rich mostly, but
Oh, yeah.
That should be the lead
Timmy
vocal. on this.
Rogers should have sung a song called "Oh Yeah," not Sammy Hagar.
Maybe this is lifted from a Timmy Rogers demo.
I don't even know who that is.
Some old singer or entertainer who yelled, "Oh yeah!"
Comedian, musician, all around brilliant entertainer.
Really using the old imagination with that catchphrase. How about "Oh yeah"? Good. Which is actually Andy's intro to probably the last 200 or so.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, and Andy flipped that on his
Secretly
ear.
channeling Chickenfoot, possibly.
Could be
Kool-Aid Man. Who knows where it came from?
Yeah, a lot of people have
Hoochie
used it.
Coochie Man in this case.
All right, let's keep going.
Come on, baby, tell me what you need. Oh, yeah. Ain't nothing I wouldn't do for you. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby.
Yeah, great. Another well thought out vocal contribution. It's like the music was starting to get interesting.
Yeah, it got dark.
And then this idiot steps up to the mic.
It got dark,
it's just
and
like,
he just
yeah.
remembered that he was listening to "Still of the Night" in his car right before he got there.
Yeah, exactly. Channeling Coverdale, but that guitar line is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's a whole
It's
different
almost
mood going on.
hearkening back to "I Want You, She's So Heavy" by the Beatles,
yeah.
one of my favorite Beatles tunes. And then, Sammy stepping up to the mic to interject because he can't help himself and spoiling it. Thanks. Now, again, when it kicked into gear there, it also is bringing to mind some Chili Peppers.
It's overwhelming. It's
Possibly
too close.
Possibly One Hot Minute era Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
The harder rocking style was definitely more Navarro, but which is not a bad thing. I mean, I think musically, this section is very interesting. This is clearly the input of guys like Satriani and Smith, who are, and no, not a slam on Michael Anthony, but those other two guys are the real interesting players in this band.
During this part, I could see Michael Anthony playing naked with his bass,
with Jack Daniels bass,
channeling Flea. Yeah,
yeah, right, exactly.
That part right there,
sweat sock over his schwanz. Or an empty bottle of Mad Anthony's hot sauce dangling from his glands.
That part that we just heard, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so Chili Peppers ish that you almost wonder if when they did it, they're like, maybe we should kind of mess with it a little bit, just to back it off from being an exact. I mean, it's like an exact Chili Pepper riff, the whole sound of it, everything.
Yeah. Of the heavier Chili Peppers variety. So. babies. God, you know.
Chris, was that hand gesture telling me to stop it or to turn it off?
Well, we make it through the songs on this show. We haven't ever bailed on one yet.
I don't think so.
We've come close.
I mean, other than the Dream Theater where we bailed on even doing it, which was the right thing to do. But yeah, the thing I like about Satriani is, like, you know, all the flash, all the technique, and all this stuff. But he's a guy who actually shows some restraint. You know, he's got way more in the tank, but he never just dumps it out there for the sake of doing it. You know, and that's why of that ilk, like Satriani, Vi, any of the G3 guys that you could name, he would be my favorite. I don't know if I think Nuno did a G3 tour before. I don't necessarily equate him with this type of like the solo shredder.
I don't know,
but he's definitely on their level from a technical standpoint. But if you're going to put him in that group, Nuno and Satriani are my favorite of that group.
I'd say he belongs in that in that group. Yeah.
In terms of sheer technical ability and just being a flat out badass on the guitar, absolutely. But you know, he was known for being a member of a band, you know, Extreme, and you know, Satriani and Vi. You know, Vi started out with Zappa's band, but came into his own under his, you know, as a solo artist, and then of course hooked up with David Lee Roth and whatnot. But you know, musically that section was quite good, I thought.
Yeah. And not to just knock Hagar the whole time, his voice sounds great.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
that's
no
never been in
there,
question.
But I will absolutely agree with Chris's assessment from before the song even started that the lyrics are just going to be atrocious.
He is. Look, the power's there, the intonation is there, the tone of his voice is there, signature sound to his voice. Simply one of the worst lyricists of all time. I mean, it's just, he's got a few songs, I can't even name them off the top of my head, but I mean, there's a couple things, like especially on the first Montrose album, that's got some good things going on lyrically, but in general, you cannot convince me that he's not one of the worst lyricists, certainly in rock history. Just terrible. And yet he's a massive success.
I guess it's not that important.
Clearly.
No, it's not.
Still some time to go, guys.
Well, if I were modern, I'd make you real. I'd roll and touch you on my spinning wheel. Oh, yeah! Come on.
That was a mercy killing to cut that verse.
Yeah, it's
halfway.
like I'd want to touch you all night long on my spinning wheel. It's like what is that? What's that a euphemism for? I mean, I'm that's a rhetorical question. I mean, what does that mean? Are you talking about the term spinner for a petite woman? Are you going down that road, Sammy? You 60-ish old pervert. I mean, is that where we're going here?
Now, was the first lyric of that, if I were a martyr?
Yeah.
Then what would he do? Oh, wait, nothing, because martyrs are dead.
Yeah, that's true.
What is he talking about?
That doesn't make any sense. I'd make you real? Is that what he said?
Okay.
What does that mean?
That makes it even better.
Is that what martyrs do? Turn artificial people into real people?
Apparently.
I mean, what are you talking about? How many shots of your Cabo Wabo tequila have you had before you wrote this? I mean, it's just.
You think that the vibes were that good? The rapport was that good amongst everybody, where there was no questioning the lyrics.
But that's one of the baffling things. It's just like, is there nobody challenging this guy, pushing him to do better?
Apparently
is he just
not.
surrounded by yes men? And that's the thing. It's like Satriani, not known for his lyrical content. Most of his solo albums are instrumental and stuff, but he's got a sense of melody with his solo stuff. Summer Song, people know the melody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he just like, yeah, this is great, I'm going to get some money out of this. This is kind of fun, just being in a loose jam thing. But at what point do you just be like, I don't want to be associated with these lyrics. Do better.
Yeah.
Take an extra 5 minutes and rethink some of these lyrics. Nobody's stepping up and saying that?
No,
I mean, it's terrible.
It must have been like a total, like, everybody's a buddy. It's a total democracy.
Yeah.
Where we all just trust the other guy, completely.
But my other question, would you expect it to be anything else?
Well, not at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what you're going to get from Sammy dating back to the early fucking 80s.
Yeah.
Well, and then it's just, it's not even making any sense.
But when you get like the super group vibe, and a band like this isn't going to be together for the long haul, but you got quality players like Satriani. Maybe raise your game a little bit, but I guess that just didn't factor into it at all. It's just like, Sammy's rich. Let's hang out with him, have a good time. He's the draw. We're going to be playing full rooms wherever we go. Mm-hmm. And let's, I guess we'll have fun with it. But at what point are you honest with yourself and you're like, these lyrics are dog shit? I mean, and it doesn't bother you. And I guess, clearly it doesn't.
I mean, maybe this was just a weekend vacation.
This recording, this album.
Yeah, maybe that's all it was like, that's, you hear people say they don't put too much thought sometimes into stuff, or the best songs happen, spontaneously. And maybe they're just going for that vibe, and whatever comes out, just put it down.
Yeah, but
I don't know. But I agree that
at what point do you have a personal standard? And I guess you got to put all that aside to be associated with this.
Well, and there's got to be something to the super group, and then you've got the ego factor where you're not going to... I would think especially in a super group, it's got to be a touchier situation to challenge anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just baffles me. It's like... And these guys are seasoned pros. Again, take an extra 5 to 10 minutes and just, flip through the dictionary and come up with something better, just at random. Anything's better than what you want, what you need. I mean, go back and rethink that. Just spend 5 minutes. The time you usually spend on the toilet. Put that into redoing these lyrics, come up with something better. I mean, just random nonsense out of the sky would be better.
At least, give you what you want, then the next line can be give you what I want. Something, just a little, put a spin on it.
Anything.
Instead of what you want, what you need.
Anything's better than that.
Don't do that.
Literally anything.
I think he used
abruptly stop singing. That's better than...
He used all of his good lyrics on Sexy Little Thing, so
yeah,
this is just what was left over. We still got almost a minute.
Come on, baby, tell me what you want. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby, tell me what you need. Oh, yeah. Tell me what I can do for you. Oh, yeah. I said, oh, yeah. Come on, baby, tell me what you want. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby, tell me what you need. Oh, yeah.
Just occurred to me that it's got an Aerosmith vibe going on during that chorus.
Yeah, I mean, what are you thinking? Love in an Elevator?
Yeah,
vibe
like just
with the gang vocals
and
that clearly involve some women that were
and those bends that he's playing after each O.
Yeah,
it's kind of got it's just developed into something that reminds me of I guess like a pump era Aerosmith.
Yeah, I mean that's it's got a bit of a groove going on, like that slower tempo tempo vibe to it, but again, it's spoiled, ruined by the lyrics. Come on, baby. Come on. Do better than that. I know you're a fucking multi-millionaire. You're phoning it in, but just, do you have to? Can't you do better? A little bit?
Pay someone to write them for you.
Or challenge yourself for 10 minutes to do better.
10 minutes.
Come on, baby. Get out of here with that. Jesus Christ.
Do you think it was like... Because I've heard people say, like, I've heard Gene Simmons particularly say things like, if somebody questions a lyric for being kind of simplistic like this, one of the most important rock songs had the chorus "She loves you." Yeah.
I know. I actually resort to that too when people criticize bands for being basic compared to the Beatles. It's like, yeah, well, their song is "No, She Loves You." Yeah. But they were fucking kids when they wrote that. And
I mean, they were kids.
The Beatles were.
Okay.
Well, Sammy was also
right, but Sammy Hagar is a 60-ish-year-old man.
Child.
Yeah, he's just. It's lazy, like you alluded to
but
earlier.
I would imagine that was probably what they were going for. This probably wasn't like, you hear like Eddie Van Halen wanting to be pretty meticulous about things and challenge things, but for something like this, it was, what do you got? All right, let's do it.
You can't just trot out whatever bullshit is on your mind. I mean, you got to do better than that.
It is. The lyrics are embarrassing.
They're terrible.
They're hardly lyrics.
It's that bad, huh?
It is. Well, what do you think, Andy?
I agree with you, but it's as bad as it could be. But it's exactly what you would expect, and it's like mindless jam,
like 70
bar music.
75% of it
right,
are interjections that you wouldn't even write on the lyrics.
Yeah.
Right, but it's bar music involving Joe Satriani, one of the greatest guitarists ever.
Yeah.
How do you not raise your game?
I don't know.
Everyone. The other guys,
they all
rhythm section's on point.
Yeah. Music
Michael
great.
Anthony, often dismissed for his bass playing in the shadow of Eddie Van Halen, is showing himself to be a formidable musician, which anybody who's paying attention knows he was anyway. But they got interesting musically in the middle there.
Mm-hmm.
And he
how do you not hear this final, like in the final mixing stage, you listen to that middle section and how to be like, you know what, I got to scrap these lyrics. They're shit compared to what's going on musically. Yeah. Give me a half an hour. I'm going to recut the vocals. Do something better.
Do you think they were thinking it was scratch vocals when they listened to it back? And then he just got up and walked out.
They're like, "Hey, Sammy, you sent the wrong file over." I don't know. There's so much to say. We'll sum it up in a second. We're almost done.
I'd do anything for you. Oh yeah.
Just keep going. Let's listen to some more Chickenfoot. Oh, so there you have it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. As I say.
Came to a nice conclusion again, musically.
I didn't know if it was going to repeat that Chili Peppers riff or what was going on. It just kind of ended before it got to it.
But again, the anchor riffs and stuff is nothing super complicated. Like you imagine with a shredder like Satriani is just going to barf out as many complicated notes as possible. Showed a ton of restraint, which you don't get a lot from guys like him, but he's always been a master at that.
And that's
it's
funny
like he's
because
got tons left in the tank, but he doesn't feel the need to spill it all out there.
That's funny because if Andy had gone with the first pick that he chose, you would not have been saying that.
And we would have gotten a fucking half hour of it.
Yeah, that too.
You're
right. 24 minutes.
Ridiculous. Just asinine stuff. Reminds me of when with the CD jukebox came out and you could play anything from anything that was available. The downloadable CD jukebox, meaning that it wasn't restricted to the discs that were in the machine. You get it from anything. Mm-hmm. When I'd go to Kilroy's, when I knew I was leaving soon, I'd punch up the 30-minute version of Mountain Jam from the Allman Brothers on Eat a Peach and just walk out.
Just ruin their...
And just picture all the Nickelback fans wondering, where's my Nickelback and what is this crap I've been listening to for 8 minutes? Guess what? You got 22 more minutes to go until you angrily demand that the bartender hit the reject button that's behind there, and they will. But it takes 6 or 7 minutes for it to register with those morons that, what is this? It hasn't stopped for 6 minutes, and I've got Something in Your Mouth by Nickelback is the next song I want to hear. What's going on here?
That's a real song title?
Yes.
It's a Sammy Hagar song?
Well, you want to, again, you want to talk about what the most offensive thing about Nickelback is? It's their lyrics. Terrible. Rotten stuff.
I hope we get one of their songs soon.
That's an interesting discussion,
Yeah.
I don't hate them. I don't just reflexively hate them, but they have 3 or 4 songs with some of the worst, absolutely worst lyrics of all time.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think we had confrontational karaoke a couple weeks ago, and I think that move is superior, but it's a close second. I think is the jukebox time bomb, like Chris just discussed.
Yeah, it is good. Nick, do you want to go first? You want me to
I'll
go
go first. No, I'll go first.
Should I just pull up the classic clip? Are we ready for Pete Weber? Do we have to do the thing?
Yeah, dude, it's just a formality at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going to give it a Sweet Surrender.
Oh. It's Sweet Surrender. Hell yes.
How did this vote come about?
I'm going to give it a... Oh, yeah! Okay. Musically, I really liked it.
Sure, of course.
It sounded great. Of course, these guys, were going to play well. It all sounded great. Really liked musically what it did. It wasn't like the lyrics where the music was just going to be like, whatever, we'll just jam and it's fine. Like it's an arranged song, some cool changes. Very interesting. I liked it. Sammy sounded great. Lyrics were really dumb. That wasn't that. As bad as they were, it wasn't enough to negate everything else that I thought was positive about it. So.
Okay. All right. Chris, let's save you for last. I'm going to vote. I, too, will give it a Sweet Surrender.
It's Sweet Surrender. Hell yes.
Hell yes. He's right. See, that could be from it, too. Hell yes. Tell me what you want. Or whatever. Again, this is probably the only Chickenfoot song I know. I knew it right away when I saw it, and that's why I laughed. Cool song, bad lyrics, but I mean, it's not. It's bar. Like I said, it's bar music. It's party bar music.
It is, but I think there's musically there's a little more substance than just it's loud and I love it just because it's loud.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what's going on. It's got a little more to it musically.
It does, for sure. And obviously 4 seasoned pros who, bang out very high quality performances on this song. All 4 guys. If you don't speak English, this is a great song. Unfortunately, that is our only language spoken in this room. So, Still gonna give it a sweet surrender, but yeah, terrible lyrics. Pretty cool song for what it is. Just good time. So
all right,
same clip.
No, it's time to right this ship and do away with this. The latest example of the double shot of JBBS. Chickenfoot, big foot to the crotch with authority.
Oh.
It's a humiliating kick in the crotch.
It's like it turned into the SS Minnow all of a sudden.
I mean, you guys are on point with what you're saying, but also for the same reasons is why you need to give it a kick, because Andy's. This is the punters at B-dubs. This is the kind of music they would put out, and it's just like. And I'm not saying that because these guys are great players that you need to get all technical and difficult and challenging with the music. The music's fine. You have to step up your game when you're with guys like this, and I don't know why I expected him to do that. He never really did that with Van Halen. I mean, he's got a few examples of good lyrics throughout Van Halen. I think he did raise his game a little bit, but this is just it's not worthy of the level of talent that he's surrounded by, and it's just terrible lyrics, and I just can't get past it. So,
all right, well. Agree to
Plus, when you're taking your cues from Up for Breakfast on a lyrical standpoint, you've lost it.
I think he flipped to the
You're
same...
fucking gone at that point.
It's got to be like the page right before it
in his notebook of lyrics. Yeah.
You know, a song I always liked, but then as I got older and listened to the lyrics, I realized how terrible it was. Same situation. I always liked Black and Blue. And like musically, I always liked it, but man, some terrible lyrics in that song.
Oh yeah, really bad.
Well, if you disagree with us, we're sorry.
That's just the fucking way it is.
It's too bad. That's probably it for Chickenfoot on the run of Pot of Thunder. But stay tuned. Stand by.
Sing away.
Yes, Chief.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. From that same album as Black and Blue, Finish What You Started, has one of my favorite Sammy lyrics in it. You want a lover, you want a friend, mama, I can be both of them. I mean, that's pretty good. Certainly better than this shit.
That's not bad.
So he's got hints of brilliance, but they're way overshadowed by the garbage lyrics he's put out over the years. But again, he's a massive success.
Yeah, there you have it.
It's really, at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Alrighty, here we go. So this week's Yard of Questions comes to us from Sean Smith. Here's what he says.
Hello, Sean.
Sean tells us Pot of Thunder has been a consistent lifesaver on Monday mornings.
Goddamn right it has been.
Especially with all the madness reigning in 2020.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you for keeping us entertained while we cultivate mass.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's our pleasure to do it. It's also nice to be back doing it in the same room.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those remote episodes were kind of tough to get through.
Agreed. It was difficult. All right, so here we go. Question 1. Who was your... Oops, let me start over. Who was your childhood celebrity crush?
I've said it before on this show, and I'm just going to resort to it again. What?
Go ahead.
What, were you going to guess it? You've heard it before.
I think Andy's going to know mine, too.
Yeah.
I think we had this question
Did
somewhat.
we? Maybe.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, it just flat out. My first interracial wank was to Thelma from Good Times. So I'm just going to say that again.
First interracial wank.
Yeah. Possibly my first wank ever. I don't
Wow.
know. I don't keep track of those sort of things. But Thelma made some things happen in me. And I don't regret a second of it.
Nick?
Go ahead and answer it and then move on.
Roz from Night Court.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, that's it. No.
I think everybody knows.
Somebody else on Night Court.
Yes, we've talked about that several times.
Nick is Marky Post is Nick's kryptonite. You can stop him in his tracks just by instant messaging him a picture of Marky Post. Doesn't matter what era, what show, doesn't matter. Just hit him with it and you'll get silence for the next 5 to 10 minutes so he can do what needs to be done.
Question 2. What is your go-to snack cake / junk food?
Funny you should ask.
Oh.
Just talking about one that I was hoping to see back in the stores very soon.
Seasonal.
Yeah, it's a seasonal one. The best snack cake in existence is the Little Debbie pumpkin spice cake roll.
Hold on. That's Nick when he sees it.
When I see it's gonna,
it hits the shelves
within the
again.
next week or two. I have a feeling I'll be spotting it somewhere.
Maybe this one too.
Right there in the supermarket aisle.
Walking the wrong way against the arrows.
How many times have you guys walked backwards to go the right way?
Several times.
How
many times have you not moved your cart out of the way for someone coming the wrong way?
I haven't done that yet.
I've done that.
I've done my best to avoid grocery stores, so I'm kind of not. I know what you guys are talking about, but I've not been in that situation very often. It just seems like a grocery store is a ridiculous place to be these days. It's a necessity, obviously.
Yeah.
Snack cake. I gotta say, I haven't been a snack cake guy for a long time, which might shock some people given how overweight I am. But snack cake or junk food is the question, correct?
Right.
I guess this qualifies as junk food. Of course it does, but I'm a pretzel junkie. Anything pretzel, I will devour it. And
hard, soft, anything?
It doesn't matter. That's pretzel of
hamburger bun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Those are great.
Yeah, anything pretzel is the Marky Post of snacks for me.
I think the first time I ever had a sandwich with the pretzel bun was at your cafe. Pretty sure.
A life changer. But yeah, anything of that ilk. In fact, I had a soft pretzel sticks appetizer for dinner tonight over here at our bar over in Highland.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good. It turns out a friend of my wife's owns the place, Serbian guy.
Okay.
And if I recall, he was involved in my wedding somehow, but that's all a blur. But he's the part owner of that place, and it was my first time there, and I gotta say the bar food was excellent.
Very
Highly
good.
recommended.
Good. Question 3. What is the best sports card you've ever gotten out of a pack?
Ooh.
Now, while you think of that, P.S. Love the show, and if you ever... I can't read, man. I think I'm still
drunk.
I was drinking. Love the show, and if you have ever wondered who bought the "This Guy Bones His Women Like a Champ" shirt in Heather Purple, ... it was me.
Oh,
cheers! Boy. Thank you, Sean. Sean bones his women like a champ.
I mean, that's not a claim that you're going to walk around advertising if it's not true.
I could see Sammy Hagar wearing that shirt.
I could see
and writing a song with that line in it.
So, out of a pack, man, I don't know. I mean, my favorite card was not out of a pack. I ordered it on eBay, so that doesn't.
What was that?
The my Steve Yzerman rookie card.
Where did you get that one Dirk Graham hologram card that you used to have?
That was out of a pack, but it wasn't a pack that I had. I don't think.
As a friend?
Yeah. So maybe I'll go with that. My Dirk Graham hologram card.
That thing faded to basically
You can't
like
see
a
anything.
piece of foil. You can't make out any shape of a human being at all. What happened? Was it in your car in the sun or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Do those hologram cards just not last? I have
Maybe
no idea.
not. I don't know. Maybe you gotta oil them up. No, I guess I'll just I'll go with that because I know I got some rock and roll cards years ago. I did get a couple Ace Frehleys, like a Marty Friedman.
I remember that Marty Friedman.
Yeah, I forget who else. So, I don't know. One of those.
Okay.
But there was never like an, oh my goodness, I got this card and this is the greatest
Marty
thing ever.
Friedman.
I got a Marty Friedman card.
In a sports
No,
pack,
it wasn't
or-
a sports
okay.
pack.
You said he got Ace Frehleys and Marty Friedman.
I
in a
trailed
rock and
off a
roll
little
pack.
bit there, yeah.
Gotcha.
Also, a Willie McGee card was always fun for some reason. I remember being young and always getting Willie McGee cards and enjoying those.
I would have to say, I was going to say, my mind initially went to hockey and a Rogie Vachon card from when he joined the Red Wings, which he was terrible with the Red Wings. We were excited to get him, but we had to give up Dale McCourt in compensation, which was a really devastating trade-off. And Rogie played 2 years with the Wings, and he was terrible. But since you mentioned the baseball, I'm going to mention a Bake McBride card from the Cleveland Indians from the 70s, because he was known for a huge afro.
His first name is Bake?
Bake McBride.
Wow.
And he just had the cap perched on top of the afro.
That's great.
I mean, you could probably Google it and find the exact card.
They had to back it up, and he couldn't even make out his face probably at that point. Get the whole afro in the picture.
Yeah, but definitely Bake McBride. And he was always, when you were getting a ticket to see the Indians come to Tiger Stadium, you were always hoping Bake would be in the lineup. Because he'd be out there in right field, and usually we'd be in the bleachers there right behind him, and, marveling at his awesome afro of the 70s. So.
I just looked up Bake McBride. One of the common searches is Bake McBride Afro. Yep. So there it is. Wow. All right. So thank you to Sean for your Yardo questions, and thank you, the listener, for listening to this episode. Thank you to Stephen Johnson for submitting Oh Yeah. Please add some more songs to the list, even though we got a shit ton of them added from last week to this week.
Really?
Yeah, there's like 70 more in a week. That's a lot.
Jeez,
Yeah.
it is a lot.
Yeah, so keep them coming,
Yeah,
like we
that's
always
good.
say. It doesn't matter when you add it. The odds are equally in your favor, whether you add it right now or you added it 2 years ago. So keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to add a Yardo question, same deal, potofthunder.com. So not one, not two, but 3 questions. They got that down now, but there was a while when we first started it where we were getting single questions.
It takes a while to get up to speed with something.
Yeah, but everybody's on board now, so there you go. And if you want to buy something, go ahead. Yeah, have at it. It's there for you.
It's available. It's shipped to your door, which
Yep.
is, where else would they ship it?
To your car.
Shipped directly to your door versus, under the sewer lid out by the curb in front of your house.
Free in-store pickup, which is never attractive.
No,
I don't ever want to do
terrible thing.
Free in-store pickup at
I
the
did
local
that.
Pot of
I did
Thunder
that
store.
once for. It was a bell for a bicycle.
Okay.
35 to 40 minutes I was standing at that counter waiting for them to get it figured out. I'm staring at the bell.
They don't have that system ironed out yet.
They never do. Why couldn't they figure it out? They couldn't find your order or something?
No, it was some sort of logging on to their system and getting all the... And I was like, it's right there. You know, I can see it right there.
Can I just buy it?
Pointing at it.
Like, I paid for it online. Can I just take it and you can figure it out, while I'm gone?
I'll cancel my order online and let me just buy it now.
I don't need a receipt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Although I got to say, Andy, those remember those cheetah print loafers I got from Macy's from the Ink collection?
Yeah.
Official clothier of Pot of Thunder.
That's right.
I did an in-store pickup on those at the Macy's over here in the South Lake Mall.
Yeah.
Went pretty smoothly. I was in and out of there in like 5 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Macy's has it down, apparently, Nick. Yeah. So. Figure it out. All right, well, we will be back next week with more of
Chickenfoot.
What is Milk's favorite podcast?
Oh, wait a minute. What was this month again? Forgot.
It's August. That's me buying time. Yes, it is Pot of Thunder month. What's happening this week?
We're
Nick?
celebrating this week. We made it into the dictionary.
We did.
We did.
Oh, how did we do that?
It's a new word, new adjective that just got added.
Okay.
Would you like to hear it?
I would love to.
It's pot normative. Definition.
Pot normative.
P-O-T normative.
Interesting.
Denoting or relating to a worldview that promotes Pot of Thunder as the normal or preferred rock and roll podcast.
Pot normative.
So let's celebrate that this week.
That's good. I like that. Something to be proud of. And you know what? There's still more Pot of Thunder month next week.
I can't believe this.
How many are there? Jeez. 5 Mondays in a month.
Yeah, my boom can't even keep up.
Oh my god.
There
What's
it
happening
goes.
over there? Has that been happening the whole show?
No, it just started.
Get the guy from Blue Microphones on the phone. All right, we'll be back next week with more bullshit.
Podcast was the game, yeah.